Hey guys, welcome back to Young and Cool. Today we're going to be talking about 7 super scary TV shows we all watched as a kid. There are certain films and TV shows made for children that are needlessly freaky and defy any reasonable explanation. These shows fall into the uncanny valley of kids shows, plots and images that are so frightening it's shocking that they were ever made, let alone targeted at children. The Kitchen Casanova. Part of Cartoon Network's What a Cartoon series, The Kitchen Casanova is not only disgusting but deeply unsettling. In the cartoon, a man is nervously preparing dinner for his date, and then it all goes down to the ninth circle of hell. As he hurriedly prepares dinner, he accidentally switches from recipe to horrible recipe, creating a hodgepodge of nasty ingredients. Then, the Casanova presents a covered serving tray to his date. He uncovers the dinner and reveals an image that had been seared into the brains of thousands of children. An eerily detailed drawing of a rolled up tongue, an eyeball, and a lower lid still attached. Bloody bones and a severed human foot. As Casanova and his horrible date examine the meal, the tongue slowly unfurls and twitches as he quickly slams the cover back onto the tray. If only the cartoon ended there. Instead, they begin to ravenously eat the pile of disgusting offal, amidst disgusting smacking, slurping, and giggling noises, leaving children haunted and questioning whether this cartoon actually happened or was just a bizarre fever dream. Oh Yeah Cartoons. Similar to What a Cartoon, Oh Yeah Cartoons is an anthology of animated shorts. The version of the series, however, was even more chock full of disturbing cartoons. A Kid's Life features a bunch of dancing, singing pimples with a repetitive song about how they make kids' life miserable and can't be stopped. This disgusting and fatalistic show tune that ends with a creepy, life-size talking rabbit toy with a Donnie Darko-esque vibe. Not to be outdone, Kenny and the Chimp, an animated short that served as a precursor to The Kids Next Door, features a kid who unleashes and gets infected by a variety of deadly diseases, one of which causes his head to turn into a pig, which runs away at the sound of burning bacon. Slenico. In terms of pure psychotic energy, Slenico wins the prize. Starring a bizarre, long-armed puppet that looks like it was scrapped together using junk food in a haunted asylum's dumpster, this kids' show ran in Czechoslovakia in the 1980s. The puppet, which translates to Big Nose Blanket, is made up of 2 men under a sheet, and a puppet head that looks like the last feverish image that might flash before your eyes before dying of rabies. His gasping, frenetic voice sounds like a serial killer vacillating between laughing and crying as he recounts gruesome crimes. Perhaps the creepiest part is that the puppet is intentionally freaky. The puppet's creator said, "He's an eyesore, he's ugly." I think the TV station was avant-garde in a way because they were not afraid to show an unlikable character. Not pretty puppet on screen. In this context, avant-garde means a 7-foot-tall terror puppet. Jan Spank Major's Alice. Hey, Czechoslovakia, are you doing okay? Because here's another Czech film that has concentrated nightmare jet fuel. It's not clear whether this 1998 adaptation of Alice in Wonderland is actually child appropriate, which the film itself coyly hints at the ominous narration. Alice thought to herself, now you'll see a film made for children. Perhaps. The surrealist film combines stop motion with a live-action child actor in a way that's deeply primarily disturbing. Most of the stop-motion puppets are real taxidermied animals with bulging eyes and fixed, startled expressions. Dead birds with fox skulls for heads make an appearance. Skulls hatch from eggs, a piece of meat moves on its own record. Alice turns into a creepy porcelain doll, and the sound design is just as viscously disturbing as the visuals. It's an indescribably trippy and horrifying film, and the experience of watching it is most closely compared to getting high in a taxidermist's workshop. Mr. Potato Head Show. Remember the 1999 Mr. Potato Head Show movie? If you don't, you may have blocked out the memory. Pixar's version of Mr. Potato Head is lovable and goofy, whereas the Mr. Potato Head Show is something else. What began as a TV show featuring a live-action puppet of Mr. Potato Head, the spin-off's movie entire plot is a lamentation of how the Mr. Potato Head Show was cancelled. This weird meta-commentary might be funnier if the movie wasn't a Frankenstein of clips and muddled half-baked ideas that amount to the crazed ratings of the show's scorned creators. There are weird animations with live-action human lips, a half-eaten, heavily pierced anthropomorphic apple, a puppet who appears to be a pile of assorted intestines, a half-ham, half-lobster abomination, a fruitcake with human teeth, aliens. Watching this movie feels like pouring Drano into your ears and waiting for your brains to liquefy. Cat Dog. Cat Dog was a created 90s Nickelodeon cartoon featuring a half-cat, half-dog creature who gets into wacky hijinks, as its prissy cat half and rambunctious dog half are never at odds. But the weird premise is not what makes this cartoon creepy, rather a handful of episodes that decided, screw it, let's send some kids to therapy. In one, Cat attempts to sneakily brush Dog's teeth by crawling inside his own mouth, traveling up through its body towards the dog half and exciting Dog's mouth. At this point, Cat is somehow inside out, with exposed muscle, vein and eye tissue that's both medically infeasible and Hellraiser levels of disturbing. Thanks, Cat Dog, for making 10-year-olds contemplate the frailty of the human mind. Help, I'm a Fish. Help, I'm a Fish is a Danish children's movie that was adapted to English, even acquiring the voice talents of Alan Rickman, Aaron Paul and Terry Jones. The movie is about a group of kids who accidentally drunk a potion that turns them into fish, and being stupid children, they lose the antidote that would turn them back into humans. It'd be a mostly lackluster, forgettable children's movie if not for the villain Joe, a fish who got a taste of the antidote potion, which apparently has the power to give fish human-like characteristics as well. Joe starts out as rather frightening, with a black and white face that looks more juggalo than fish, and a sinister voice, courtesy of the wonderful dark Alan Rickman. After the typical villainous arc, Joe greedily tries to consume as much of the antidote as possible to become fully human. Instead, he becomes an uncanny fish-human hybrid, his skin tearing apart like Jeff Goldblum in The Fly. He subsequently drowns since he makes the mistake of drinking the human potion while underwater. It can't be overemphasized how many bad decisions the character in this movie make. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like and subscribe if you did.